family. Good morning to my wonderful kings and queens. Good morning to our sister Isle of Trinidad, the Caribbean region, and of course, the world. You are viewing Brunch, a Taste of Tobago, and I am your host, JW Moore, also known as J Soul, and I will be spending some time with you. I hope that that is okay. I hope that from looking at the program that you're a bit lighter, a bit happier, and just ready to take on your day. Remember, we are coming to you live and direct from Tobago Updates Television. We are also on the Amplia Network 102, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. And just in case no one has told you today, you are special. And you are fearfully and wonderfully made. It's a wonderful Friday on the island of Tobago, and we hope that you stay with us because we have so much to tell you today. It's so exciting. I don't want you to miss not one piece of what's going on today. So, of course, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we get into our lovely segments. And of course, first up is our Good Stuff segment. And we seek to highlight, educate, inspire, empower, all those positivities, you name it, and we do it right here. We highlight our sons and daughters of the soil who are doing wonderful things. And of course, we go first to the news day. And it's quite a lovely article here. Small conventional finals, Friday. Beverly Ramsey Moore, Pan is safe. Pan Tobago President Beverly Ramsey Moore says the ticket sales for both the impending Panorama medium and large semifinals, the Savannah Party as it is so known, and the large band finals are going quickly. But generally, the Pan body has been seeing an uptick in ticket sales for its events. Its small conventional finals will take place today from 7 p.m. at Skinner Park, San Fernando. And there will be 15 bands playing for the title of 2024's Top Small Conventional Band. So Pan is alive and well. It is kicking. It is a buzz. It is exciting. And trust me, you guys don't want to miss out on what's going on. Of course, National Small Band Finals is something that is such a staple here. It's such a big deal. It's like a cross section of so many talented musicians coming together, and it's a wonderful place to be. So you don't want to miss out on that one. Also, we have a wonderful article here. Jaron does heavy maths. Jaron Nurse is doing the painful arithmetic facing Trinidad and Tobago. 570 murders were recorded on the Twin Islands Republic in 2023, 11 days into 2024, and the current figure stands at 18 killings, one more than last year's figure for the same period. Nurses sums up the heartache and the despair a population can be exposed to. All are affected in one way or another by the upsurge in violent crime. In his poignant release, Heavy Maths, the Cavendish-born gospel reggae crooner recalls in song the now infamous Churchill-Roosevelt highway shooting of December 27th that claimed the life of small business owner Lana Sahadio, brothers Damien and Levi Chris, and of course Jerry Hollingsworth. So quite a sentimental tribute as well. And for the gospel circuit, Jaron has been doing amazing things in the space. He has been doing things regionally and internationally, and we love highlighting our sons and daughters who are doing positive things. And of course, we take you to The Guardian. Sando Central, make your point, champs. The team of Genesis Pereira, Lakeisha Maynard, Samantha Singh, and Jabari Villalva have brought debating glory to San Fernando's Central Secondary School after they lifted the title in the season finale of CNC3's Making Your Point, which was televised last evening. Debating before an audience at the Daga Auditorium at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus. First speaker Maynard and her team beat a Presentation College, Chaguanas, to secure a $10,000 first prize. And there you have it. We have so much going on in our space. And we feel so elated and honored that we are able to bring you something positive for your day. And we have a wonderful show for you. Just a bit about the persons who are going to be gracing the brunch set. I'm so privileged to welcome Judy McCutcheon. She's the CEO, Go Blue Consulting. And we're going to be discussing 10 tips for entrepreneurial investment tips for 2023. Okay, so we just left 2023 and we're doing like a wonderful recap as well as an informative feature. So you guys need to stay tuned to that. Also, Josan Francis joins me, steel pan musician, educator, and cultural ambassador. I feel I need to put that in. It's going to be a wonderful discussion with her. So you guys need to stay tuned for that as well. We also have our Miss Tobago 2024 delegates joining us today. So you don't want to miss that. We have been so privileged and honored to meet these wonderful young ladies. And stay tuned because we are going to be meeting every last one of them. Are going to be hearing their thoughts, what they want to do, how they want to present themselves, and how they want to change their communities and the society as a whole. So this is something that you really need to be a part of. So we are going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Get yourself ready. You do not want to miss this. When we return, Judy McCutcheon is going to be speaking with me on 10 entrepreneurial tips, and you guys need to stay tuned. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
Years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth. The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tattle is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tattle will always be here for you. Never worry about a thing. Tattle, where people are people. You know what I mean.
And welcome back to Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Thank you so much for staying with me. I love it. I promise you there's going to be such amazing guests today, and I don't want you to miss out. And of course, my first guest is no different. I take such pleasure in welcoming her to Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Judy McCutcheon is here with me, and she is the CEO of Go Blue Consulting. And of course, you know she knows what she's talking about. We're going to be exploring 10 entrepreneurial lessons from 2023. So without further ado, let me take the time to welcome Lady Judy McCutcheon. Good morning to you, Judy. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being a part of Brunch today. I am looking forward to, this conversation. So we're going to delve right into 10 entrepreneurial lessons from 2023. This is going to make for a wonderful conversation because there's certain things that I needed to bring to the forefront. So, number one, for example, knowing when it's time to scale, realizing that scaling means letting go. Letting go of your baby is hard. However, you must let go to give your baby room to grow. Let's start there and let's elaborate on that just a bit. So good morning to you again.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Good morning to your viewers. So these lessons are from things that I learned over the course of 2023. And so knowing when it's time to scale, a lot of businesses start off like a small business. And so we go along, but we get to a point where we start to struggle, but not struggle in a bad way, but struggle in a good way. And it seems almost as if there's confusion around what we're doing. What that is saying to us is that the things that got us to this particular point that we are won't get us to the next point, and it's time for us to move up, to step up, to do something better. So sitting back and knowing, okay, this is what I'm feeling, this is what is happening, it's time for me to scale. It's like you have a child and you've raised your child up, and then it's time to let them go. But it's hard. But you know that you must let them go to give them room to grow. It's the same thing with your business. If you want your business to grow, you're going to have to let go. Just don't choke hold it. Just let go and give it room to grow. Guide it, nurture it, and just give it that room to grow.
And I love the fact that you say it's like your baby because there's so much emotion that is involved. And sometimes we worry about if we're making, the right decisions when it comes to our businesses. But let us touch on, some of the other tips that we have, because your environment is so important, and partnering with the right people. This is so vital. Many people may or may not see your vision. They see their vision for your business. And so partnering with the right people having the right type of energy in your space is
Hmm.
so important.
It's super
Let's touch
important, yes.
on let's touch on this aspect. Back to you, Judy.
Right. So, have you ever wanted to do something, could be anything, and you share it with somebody and they said to you, "Why do you want to do that? Why don't you do this instead?" Without really having an understanding of why you do it. There's no context. They just tell you, let us not, don't do this without having context. Now, this is your vision. This is what you want for your life. So, therefore, it is important that you have the people around you that will support you, that will support your vision, that will help you and push you to grow and be better and better. You don't want the people who are around you trying to say to you, maybe this is not what you should be doing. Maybe you should be doing that. Although there's a little caution here I want to put in. You want to be able to have people around you that can question you so that you can question yourself. Am i am i going in the right direction? Is this what I really want? But you have to be able to differentiate the difference between that type of person who is for your growth but want you to look at the whole, because as an entrepreneur you're focused, this is what you want, and because in your mind this is what you want, that is all that you see. So you need somebody who will be able to say to you, have you looked at this perspective? Have you looked at that perspective? But you need to be able to discern the difference between the two types of energies, sorry.
Yeah, and I love the way that you said that because as you evolve, because we all do, we all embark on
Mhm.
our own journeys, and the circle of our friends or well wishers, it gets smaller. It gets smaller and smaller as you
Mhm.
evolve. So, number three spoke to me because to build as you want it, you are going to have to let people go.
And that is one of the hardest things for us to do. But we have to understand that there are people who come along for a part of the journey. They're not meant to be with us for the entire journey. And so, therefore, as you climb higher and higher, the people that you no longer need, you're going to have to. So it's not like you're using them, but the people that isn't meant to be on that next phase of your journey with you, they're going to have to fall off. And a lot of times we want to hold on, but we see signs, we know there are signs. And so, we have to reflect, we have to grieve, because it's going to be a grieving process, because we think, and because we're humans, we're going to say, oh my gosh, this person has been with me up to this point, but they're just not meant to go to the next path with you. And knowing and trusting that the people that you need to be with you on the next phase of your journey will show up. So it's all about trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting the universe, just simply trusting that everything that you need, all the provisions that you need for your next journey, is right there for you.
Definitely. And letting those people go. Those are the ones who keep reminding you that you may not have gotten this far without me, or who you think you are. That's the noise that we keep hearing. So letting people go.
Them go. Uh-huh. They are going to, and it's the moment people start saying to you, well, you would have never gotten here without me. you need to start to pay attention. You need to become aware. What happens is that a lot of times we go through life focus on one thing and not being aware of the other things that surround us so that we can really have a good view of things. So we have to start to be aware, listen to what people are saying, but most importantly, we need to listen to what they're not saying, because what they're not saying tells us a lot more than what they're saying.
Definitely, because you have to read certain energies. Because so many of us, we present a lovely palette. So we're smiling, we're accommodating, we're pleasant. But what's behind that? What are we not saying? And getting into your psyche, that knowledge and that wisdom, you realize who is for you and who isn't. Which brings me to my next point. When sending out proposals, you get all the costs up front. If they won't provide the cost, don't work with them. If in doubt, see point number 3. I love the way that you said, see point number 3, because they're so connected. Let's touch on that just a bit.
Small business owner, you start working with people, and it's important that you control your cost. Your cost is really important. It's like anything else. You To increase revenues, one of the first things you want to do is reduce your costs. That's more it's more impactful than selling more and all of that. So you don't just take the first proposal that comes, right? You and I realize that I want to work with people that look like me. And so, what I used to do is, okay, I see this person, we chat, and I'm going to take your service. But what I've realized is that there are lots of good people out there giving the same service, giving it a lot better. It may not necessarily be cheaper, but it may just be better. And if it is better, then your business have a great chance of being more successful using that better service. So for this, what I want people to know is don't get pigeonholed into something, because what happened to me, last year, I for one of the things that I do, I was using a vendor, and then I thought, let me see what is out there for this, what else is out there. And I wrote up a proposal. I sent it to that vendor and some others, and the vendor that I was using all the time didn't want to do it. They refused. They said that they're going to disengage, they won't do it. And for me, that was fine, because it said something to me about them.
Oh,
So what I'm saying here is really get your cost, because you, as a small business owner, as any business owner, as a matter of fact, your cost is important, because you must be able to monitor and manage your cost.
yes. And I was just about to make the point, but you said it. You said it so well. This one gets me. Number 5. To scale, you need to hire the people that are great at the things that you suck at. This one stood out for me. Let's touch on that, Judy.
So I am really good at the things I'm good at. I'm good at all the programs that I deliver. I'm very good at redesigning your organization. I'm really good at helping you look at your policies and your processes and knowing that, how to set it up so that you work well. I'm terrible at administration, like terrible at administration. So why would I hire somebody who is really good at the things that I'm good at and not hire somebody to complement what I need? So what I need at this stage is not another person like me right now, but I need somebody who can help me be a lot more efficient. So somebody who can help me to get all my administration organized and on top of my schedules and my calls and different things like that. So look at, for now, if you're good at this, stay good at that. Don't try to be a jack of all trades in your business. It's going to work against you. So hire the people that complement you, the things that you suck at, the things that you don't like to do. And even if you can do it well, but you don't like to do it, still hire somebody to do it. Because you don't like to do it, it simply means that you will not get to it. So you're good at filing, but you don't like to file. My very first job was as a filing clerk, and I can file very well. I just don't like to file, so I am not going to do it. And if I don't hire somebody to do it, all the files are just going to be piled up everywhere. So that is what I meant when I say hire somebody to complement what you want to do.
Number 6, if you cannot see their results from their prior work, run away as quickly as you can. I just love
You
it.
know, I see a lot of people on social media talking about um I don't need to show you what I have done. Yes, you do. You are selling a service. So I need to know what your track record is. So if I can't see your track record, then it simply means I'm unable to engage in your service. You must have worked with someone who can say to me, yes, I worked with such and such, they did such and such to me, and it was done excellent. So I need to see your previous work. I will ask you for your previous work. And if you don't have any to show, then I could decide what I do, but I want you to be open and honest up front. I had a When I just started my business, one of the first things I did was for this group of companies, and they hired me to do this job. And I went to the meeting, and I said to the CEO, he's actually the owner of this group of companies, and I said to him, you're hiring me to do something I've never done before. And he said to me, Judy, don't worry, we'll learn together. So I was upfront. I said, I've never, not that I didn't have the capabilities, it's just that I've never done it before. So don't, if you're working with somebody, find out really, have you done this type of work before? What are your results? Right? And you could show me the bad results as well. Allow me the opportunity to make up my mind. Just show me everything. And if you haven't done it, like I said, tell me you haven't done it. And then I can decide what we do.
Working with people who can stretch you. Now, we constantly face that risk of regressing when we have certain persons at a specific skill level which may not match ours, and so we have that disconnect. Let's touch on that and how important
It
it
really
is.
is. It really is important, Jay, and I'll tell you.
Mhm.
You are a skilled journalist, and you want to improve your craft. right? You want to become better at what you do. You're not going to hire a coach who has less experience than you do in this business to help you to get to where you are, right? So with this, what I'm saying is work with people who are where you want to get to, right? Don't work with people who where you've passed the stage that they're at. They won't stretch you. There's nothing there to stretch. What's going to happen is that you're going to get extremely frustrated, right? So again, this involves doing your research, talking to the different people, and seeing where the better fit is for you. And don't feel pressured that you have to work with this one or that one because of whatever reason there may be. What you want to do is work for what's best for you, what's best for your business, and what's best for your customers.
And number 8, your vision is yours for a reason. Do not allow anyone to dilute it. I could speak on this all day because there's a journey that we take, and we have to take it alone. We know what we want, we know where our focus lies. And the worst thing is for someone else to bring their opinions or suggestions in there that is completely off the importance. Yeah.
It is very important. What we fail to realize is that we each have our own journey. You were given this particular vision for you to carry out in a particular way. And so we have to learn to trust that this is our path. And so we don't allow anyone to come in and tell us, okay, this is not your part. This is other part is yours. Maybe that's where you should go. And that is where you see so many people are so confused because they're doing things that bring them absolutely no joy because they're doing the things that they should not be doing. This is not your vision. Leave it alone and pick up your vision and go and work with it.
The boundaries, set hard boundaries with people around your business. Now, you see the boundaries. I have had the experience where when you start setting boundaries, you decide that, okay, there's certain things that I want, or I want this done in a particular way. I would prefer this over that. And just basically making those decisions and setting that standard that you want things to progress at. And we go back to, if you are not in the company of the right energies and the right types of personalities and people and experiences, then you stand that risk of being deemed difficult or hard to deal with, or, as we say, your head getting too big, things like that. But it's so important to set your boundaries and know what it is you want, what you don't want, what works for you, what doesn't, because it does not leave room for growth when we stay quiet and we don't say anything and we just take everything and we run with it. So it's so important, let's just touch on that just a bit more. The importance of it, of setting your
Listen,
boundaries.
boundaries are my thing. And not just in your business, but in your life. You have to start to set boundaries around you, around and I'm not talking, there's a difference between boundaries and walls, right? Because some people put up walls and equate them to boundaries. That's not it. I'm talking about having boundaries. These are my standards, these are my values. But you can only set boundaries if you know what your values are. If you know what your values are, you know the things that you will accept and the things that you won't accept, and you set boundaries around those. So, as far as your business is concerned, have a clear vision for your business, have a plan, have a strategy, and have boundaries around those. Right? Have boundaries around your revenues, have boundaries around your costs, have boundaries around with your customers, because I honestly believe that there are some customers that you should fire, and you should have boundaries around that. The things that you are going to allow into your business and the things that you won't, because all customers are not for you. You may want all the customers, but really and truly, they're not all for you. So once you have your values, then you can set your boundaries and you know what's going to happen. And it's the same thing in your life. Have some boundaries so that people know where you stand, right? And always know that if you've had no boundaries and you've allowed people to do and say and behave anyway with you, as soon as you start putting those boundaries in place, people are going to drop off. And that's what you want, because those are not your people anyway.
Definitely. And you know what? We are going to speak on believing in yourself. But we're going to take a break, Judy. Please stay with me. I promise I will be back. We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. We're going to be back with Judy and we're going to continue this wonderful conversation. We're going to see you guys in just a bit. Stay tuned.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
It's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Tobago, local road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62-TATTLE or visit tattle.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tattle Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
we are back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with us. And for those of you who are just joining, we were having a wonderful conversation with Lady Judy McCutcheon, and we were speaking about the top 10 tips for entrepreneurial activities for 2023. And we are now at number 10. Believing in yourself enough to see your vision through. Judy, I know you have lots to say on this topic. Believing in yourself to see your vision through, to see it come to fruition, to see it as reality and not just in your mind, and how important this is to have a vision in the first place. Let's talk about it a bit.
Boy, believing in yourself, believing in your vision, you're right. You must have a vision first, right? You know, the Bible says without a vision, what happened? So a lot of times we fear, let me just say this. We use fear as sometimes almost as an excuse not to be great. Fear is an amazing emotion that we should use to propel us forward. You know, the moment that you're afraid, oh my God, I'm afraid to do this, it's time for you to do it, right? Have that belief that this is for you. You were chosen to do this thing. You can do it. You have the ability to do it. This is yours to do. You are more than enough. You don't need anything else. You don't need a next degree. You don't need another certification. You don't need anything else. Believe that you can and just go and do. Because believing, it's like faith without works, right? So you have to believe that you can and start doing. It may not be perfect at first, but as you keep doing, as you keep being consistent, it's going to happen. And the fear is going to recede. Now, fear is a very healthy emotion because fear is there to keep us safe. And so what we have to do is that we have to show our fear, we have to show ourselves, listen, if I step out, nothing is going to happen to me. It's going to be okay. So step out and allow your fear to step out with you so that that fear understands, oh, this isn't so bad after all. Let's keep going. And you keep going. And then when you hit the next big thing, fear is going to come again and say, you sure this is where you want to go? How about if we stay right here? Because I mean, we're comfortable here. And then you have to smile and say to fear, come on, we can do this. Let's go, let's step out. But that takes a belief in yourself, knowing that I can do this. And we also need to know that if we do it and we fail, it is not the end of the world. We start again, but this time we're not starting from ground zero, we're starting from experience because then we know, okay, we did this the last time and it didn't work, so we're going to do this time and keep going, right? But you have to have that belief because fear is going to come, failure is going to come. And I just want to say here, if you want to be successful, learn to fail and fail fast. Get the failure out of the way so that you can move on because failure will come. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Listen, you know, we make a mistake and we live inside our head. Oh my God, why did I do this? Why did I? And that mistake stays there and it ruminate and ruminate and ruminate. And it keeps us paralyzed. We don't move, we don't start to do anything else, and then nothing happens for us. Allow yourself to make that mistake, and then say, okay, that was a mistake, that's okay. And then now you move on.
fear out of the situation is something that we have to really train ourselves to do. As I grow older, I realize that, okay, I have to make the choice. The choice is within me as to what I let in and what I let out. What I allow myself to think or believe is really up to me. And there is that fear, Judy. There is that disbelief, that little voice that keeps knocking and causing us to have just a bit of self-doubt, just a bit of not being sure if we're taking the right path. And I love the fact that you said believing in yourself is key, because it starts you on the path and you're on your focal point. And so you have a road that you have to travel, but you're now focused because you decided to take the fear out or not to listen to that little fearful voice that comes in there.
Yeah.
As
And
we get
always
to
know that,
embrace,
no, I was about to say, and always know that you will never know if you're on the right path unless you get on the path. You're just not going to know.
and embracing whatever comes. Like I like to say, you either let life wrap you up or you rock with it. You hold it, you take it by the reins and you rock with it. And rocking with it for me is taking all of the lessons that come along. You take the bitter with the sweet. Like you said, the failure. It comes. How you deal with it is what's going to make the difference, not just in your business, but in life as well. And as you get set, I just love the way you write, as you get set to embrace 2024 and all that it has to offer, my wish for you is that you prosper bigly. The bigly in that sentence is what stands out for me. Prospering bigly.
It's about prospering in all aspects of your life. A lot of times when we look at our people do these resolutions, I like to say reflections, we focus on one area of our lives. Either we focus on money alone or we focus on relationships alone. But we are a whole person. We are a whole person. And so we have all these areas, our careers, our career business, our relationships, our money. We have all of those things, our health, we're a complete human. So instead of just focusing on one, this bigly here for me means I want you to prosper in all areas of your life.
In all areas. And that is such a wonderful note to end on. Judy, we thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing 10 entrepreneurial tips with us. We are so privileged because have I not been doing this show, I would not have had access to so much vital information. And of course, from our family to yours, we wish you nothing but blessings, peace, love, and light, and of course, success in whatever you endeavor to do. So once again, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you.
Thank
and
you.
blessings to
Thank
you
you.
and yours.
Thank you for having
So
me.
guys, we're going to
Thank
take a break. As Judy says goodbye, we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. But of course, as you know, our trivia question is up next. And it's a really wonderful trivia question. There is a fruit that we exported in the early 19th century. What is this local fruit? Of course, the answer when we return at the end of the show. And we make time for a little break. Let's do that. Let's take a break. I want to give you guys a time to get ready. And when we return, We're going to have a wonderful conversation with a wonderful young lady, musician, educator, ambassador, you name it, and she has done it. Stay tuned when we return. Josanne Francis joins us next, and we're going to have a wonderful conversation. See you next time. Come back.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Don't be fearful or ignorant about diseases. The opportunity to learn how to effectively work with or even reverse sicknesses is here. Do you know someone that is suffering from an illness? You are invited to come and learn in this in-depth, hands-on training program. Call this number and reserve your space in this God-inspired, hands-on medical missionary training program going on in Tobago. See you there.
The Standard, and today we're launching High. It's our newest brand that Standard is launching, and it's where luxury meets affordability. We're very proud of this brand. It's taken some time to get the right collection in place, and we're also going to continue to improve on our collection as time goes by and we listen to our customers more. We've changed our suppliers for this collection to European suppliers, so you're going to get that European finish. We've been very pleased by some of the results that we've been seeing in terms and response to it in the market, and we're so glad to bring it to Tobago and show Tobago what standard could, grow with them as well.
It's not just about looking good or having materials that are easily cleaned or sustainable materials, because the important thing about this particular collection is that it is quality. It is meant to last, and it lives up to the standard name about never beating on quality and price. This furniture particularly, especially our outdoor line, which ranges from fiberglass, plastic types of outdoor stools, outdoor chairs, even the outdoor furniture, it is built to last.
That's the importance with high, right? It's not only looking good, it's going to feature things that make your life easier, and it's not too damaging on your pocket. That's important for us.
This furniture fits the lifestyle of Tobago, of the Tobago customer, of the Tobago guest. It is the perfect type of furniture for you.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. Never ever worry if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
And we are back. I cannot wait. I kid you not. I told you when we do Brunch, A Taste of Tobago, it is such a large cross-section of people that visit. We have musicians, we have actors, comedians, financial advisors, writers, poets, you name it, and they grace the stage. But my very favorite type of person is that son and daughter who is doing wonderful things in that world space, who is representing well, and who is unafraid of bringing the culture of Trinidad and Tobago to the world. And my next guest is no different. Now, I get the chance to speak to so many types of people, but it is really warming my heart when my young people are doing wonderful things. And of course, this particular lady has been an educator, a mentor, a musician for so many years. And it's not even funny. She has more to do. Could you believe it? So I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to welcome to the set, of course, Miss Josanne Francis. Josanne, good morning to you. And good morning. Seated with Josanne, one of your esteemed students, such a ball of positive energy when she walks in, Natalie Martin. So Natalie, yes. Good morning and welcome to Tobago. So Josanne, the floor is yours. Tell me what is going on in the space right now. What's new? What's exciting?
All right. Well, I am a daughter of the soil. Mm-hmm. I left Trinidad and Tobago when I was 19 to continue my studies in music because I'm a panist. I love playing pan. I've been playing pan for about 25 years now. And so I did my bachelor's degree in music education. Then I went on to do my master's degree in steel pan performance with another son of the soil, Liam Teague. And actually right now I'm finishing up a PhD in music education while also teaching at the University of Delaware, which is what brings me to Tobago today. We actually came in last night.
Right.
I brought 7 students who are participating in a study abroad program that is fully immersive. So in the mornings, they are playing pan for 3 hours. And then in the afternoons, they have a Caribbean civilization class taught by UWI lecturers at UWI campus in St. Augustine. And that is what is going on right now for 3 weeks. Outside of that, I am, finishing up my dissertation for my PhD, doing a lot of performing and traveling as well, and just trying to take my culture as far and as high as I can and just spread it all over the globe.
And that is one of the things that I absolutely love about you. You are so unapologetic about being a Trinbagonian daughter. So you wear it as a badge, as a mark of honor, any and everywhere that you go. And that type of patriotism I have not seen in so long. I feel like it's missing somehow. And when I saw that you were going to be on the program today, it really, really warmed my heart. I am not kidding. Because I felt that what you are about, it just kind of emerged from what I was reading and what I was hearing. And that is a very powerful thing. And so this brings me to Natalie. So Natalie, welcome once again to Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. What has your experience been like thus far working with Josanne?
Incredible. Like even before this program started, I spoke with her on the phone a couple weeks before this program started, and she and I just like clicked in a second, and her vibe and energy just like was incredible. And I've been to Europe, but I've never been outside. I've been to London and Ireland, and this was just a complete like change of scenery, and I had no idea what to expect, and I've just been like completely blown away. I am not musically talented at all. I have no experience, but it's just been incredible. Like the environment, the vibes are just awesome. And we've had 2-3 practices so far, and we've learned a song, which is like the coolest thing ever. And there's 7 students, and we're all living in a house together, and we'll just be like humming the song, the tune of the
it kind of just sticks in the brain.
It's incredible, and learning, like being immersed like in the culture is incredible. Like when we landed, we had a performance that was outside of the airport of Pan, and it was like we were just like smiling the whole time. It's just been incredible so far.
I think the actually being in the space, there's a certain magic that we have. Now, I always make mention, for those of you who watch Brunch, my die-hard Brunch fans, good morning to you. We always speak about there's a magical essence to Trinidad and Tobago. It's hypnotic. It's exciting. It grabs you without even apologizing. You get to the space and it's just that. It grabs you. So hearing about steel pan or hearing about calypso and art that is very indigenous to us, there's a whole other vibe when you actually get here and you're actually in the space. Now, Josanne is such a wonderful ambassador because she flies the flag wherever she goes and makes it known that, hello, I'm Trinbagonian and this is what we do. This is what we're about. We are icons. We are pioneers. We are artisans. We are poets. We are everything balled into one. So our creativity is so hypnotic. It's so immense. And being in the space is a wonderful and beautiful thing. But Josanne, I absolutely love you. I'm meeting you for the first time, but I love you. I love you already because you are constantly giving that energy positively. You're giving it back positively. And that is something that we tend to dismiss just a bit too easily. So we lose the human aspect of what life is supposed to be about. It's that love, it's that abundance, that love for energy and kindness and culture and art and music. And you have been involved in music for so long. For so long. And some of the persons that you have met shared the stage with Kennedy Center.
Yes.
I could only dream of getting to Kennedy Center because that's like the creme de la creme. Lincoln Center, you've been there.
Yes.
You know, one of the things that stood out for me, that Rising Leader Award. Tell me just a bit about that.
So while I've been living in Maryland, so very close to the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area for the past 9 years. Well, this year would make it 10 years. And when I first moved there, I moved to work with this nonprofit organization called Cafe that uses a lot of steel pan as the draw for kids to come in, because that's what they want to do. They want to learn and play and perform. And I would take them to places to perform. And we'll go to schools, we'll go to a lot of different places, and there was a lot of interest in steel pan. And people wanted it in their programs, but they didn't necessarily have the funds to purchase instruments. So over the years, I developed a program called Steel on Wheels, and I take steel pan to places, temporarily setting up programs so that students who otherwise would not have access to learning how to play pan would get the opportunity to do it. And through that, I've reached a lot of students in the state of Maryland, Virginia, in DC, in New York. And between that and a lot of the performances I do, I attended an event that was under the auspices of our ambassador, Anthony Philip Spencer. And I had no idea he was going to do this, but he recognized a few people for their contributions to the culture in the diaspora. And he recognized me as a young upcoming leader in the diaspora, and I was completely speechless, because I do what I do because I love it, and I want to spread and make everyone aware of our rich culture and our creativity, our resilience. That's why I do what I do.
Yes.
And to know that people are watching and seeing and recognizing that it's happening, and it's my own people recognizing it, I feel really, really, really good about that.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that the evolution has begun. There is a certain type of narrative change that is taking place with regard to our culture. It's very, very immersive. It's almost in your face, to the point where, oh no, I gotta get myself to Trinidad and Tobago. They're doing the most right now. I gotta get to TNT. You know, and it's that kind of energy, it's that kind of vibe that makes us who we are. So students are having this wonderful opportunity. Natalie, you are making history right now, just being able to be a part of this. And one of the things that really, really, really stands out for me, giving that legacy to the young. Too many times we're disconnected. So you have the wisdom of the elders over here and the innovation of the young over here, and they just don't meet. Too many times. And this is why what you're doing stands out so immersively. It's like an immense force. It's like a frequency, and it just is enveloping everyone and everything. And tell us about plans for your school. You're embarking. Have you embarked on having your own school, or this is like the next step for you? What's next for you?
So many things. So many things. Well, I spoke about, so Steel on Wheels is doing very well. And I'm able to be, when I say Steel on Wheels is in several different schools. And the thing with that is that it's not just giving students the opportunity to experience playing pan, but it's also giving other steel pan educators opportunities for a teaching job, because very often you have a lot of steel pan players who are great educators that don't necessarily have opportunities to teach. So my plan is to keep that going. I'm finishing up my PhD right now, so I want to see steel pan in more collegiate programs, and I do want to continue creating opportunities for people who are not part of the Caribbean culture to experience it, because there's only so much I can say about it. And you were just talking about that, like hearing about it and watching videos is very different from when you touch the soil.
Yeah,
it's like you just get bazodi, and it's just
hypnotic.
A totally different experience, because among the students I brought, some of them have played steel pan before, but playing pan in the US, like not on Trinidad soil, is very, very, very different from when you touch down here and you get to engage with the people who are doing it all the time. The little children this high playing in front of panorama
and dancing.
Playing, standing up next to someone who might be in their 60s, standing up next to someone who has maybe been playing for 1 year. Just the community aspect of it, I'm really, really driving home for the students, and I want more people to be able to experience that, because there's no amount of words I can say, no amount of words that could be written or videos that could really, really speak of that experience you get when you're in the place and it happening there.
And I think it's really surreal as well, because you get here and there is that spiritual resonance that happens because you're actually in the place where steel pan was created. And it's something that you cannot ignore. So it speaks so much to what your experience would be had you not been in the space. Your experience would be educational, it would be, enlightening, but there's that spiritual connection that you would not feel.
Exactly.
Because you have to be here.
Exactly.
And I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you feel it, because it's actually that point blank period being here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Natalie, she just said that she's not a musician. And most of the students who are on this trip are not musicians. But if you see them like playing and engaging with the music, you wouldn't tell that they aren't musicians, that they don't consider themselves. You are a musician.
It's so
Natalie.
fun.
Yes.
You are a musician. But and that really speaks to the power of our music too. What we're able to get people to do through steel pan, through calypso music. People who thought that they couldn't play an instrument before, here they are playing a whole tune in less than 2 days.
Yes.
So.
Josanne, we are so very honored. We are so very proud of this magical journey that you have started, and it's a constant journey. It's never ending, but actually taking the time to let the world in, that in itself speaks volumes to your character as a woman, as a Trinbagonian daughter, you name it, a queen in your own rights. And this is something that we are never going to really get a chance to live down, because it's something that's going to go from strength to strength. So before we wrap, just give me, I see so many wonderful students here with you. They couldn't join you on set, unfortunately, but who are the other students that you brought with you? So we met Natalie.
In the studio looking directly at me right now. We have Benson. He is originally from Texas, and he is a steel pan player. We have Gabriel, who's also a steel pan player, percussionist. And we have Jonathan, another percussionist from the University of Delaware. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have, I'm not counting them. Then we have Lydia, we have Will, and who am I missing? Zion. And Zion. So 7 students in all are here, and they're also going to get the opportunity to share like their knowledge in percussion, the 3 percussionists. So we will be presenting a workshop at University of Trinidad and Tobago on the 26th, where we would be able to engage with the students from University of Trinidad and Tobago, so that there'll be like a real cultural exchange happening. Definitely. So they'll learn tambu bamboo, and then they'll be able to share some of their knowledge on some of the orchestral percussion instruments and formal marimba, etc.
Definitely. And this is a wonderful initiative. Gil, I am so proud of you. I'm speechless, and that's rare because I feel so proud. I feel so elated, and I just want to thank you so much. Thank you for the love of your country, because that is what's fueling this whole evolution right now. So we thank you so much. Thank you to Natalie for being here. Thank you for being such a wonderful energy. And we wish you so much peace, so much blessings, and of course success.
Thank you.
In whatever you endeavor to do. We'll definitely be keeping in touch because we want to see as you evolve what happens on the next exciting part of your journey. So thank you once again for being a part of Brunch. So we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more. Of course, our trivia question. Oh, tongue twister there. Our trivia question I must mention before I leave you. There is a fruit that was exported from Tobago. It's a local fruit. It was exported in the early 19th century. What is the name of that fruit? So we're going to have that answer at the end of the program. We're going to be right back with more Brunch. Taste of Tobago. We meet the Miss Tobago delegates for 2024. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago. With over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth. The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
You come in. Long time I see you. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Want to win 2 nights for 2 at Interest Guest House? Then get your near 3-in-1 card game now. Question and answer, memory, puzzle, fun for everyone. Available at Nelson's Bookstore and Books and Office Supplies. For more details, visit us this Thursday, December 21st between 1 to 5 p.m. at Portmore or call 254-6364 or visit us on Facebook at New Experience of Gaming. Get your game now.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch number 1, the building formerly occupied by Coastal. Our grant and electrical inspectorate services can be accessed at number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, building 1 and 2.
It's a different type of thing down here. we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
Wait, I don't even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Gonna put my right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sangsas Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Port Mall. But here now I'm going to our wedding. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
There's a tale of goodwill, and with a cheerful chance, you'll witness all its glory and splendor in a glance.
A Christmas story to put your emotions in a trance. And luckily, rhythmic vibrations coming out to sing, act, play, and dance.
The Rhythmic Vibrations and Rhythm Babes Performing Arts Company presents My Christmas Story.
And 'tis the season for a tremendous tale.
Ah, yes. Sunday, December 17th from 6 p.m. sharp at the Shore Park Cultural Complex.
Bring the entire family to enjoy this heartwarming production.
Tickets cost $150 for adults and $75 for children.
Tickets are available at Den's Electrical Port Mall, Scarborough, Tobago, or via any company member. For more information, contact 773-1426.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
We are back with Brunch, a Taste of Tobago, and like I said, guys, so many things are happening in this space right now, and I get the opportunity to speak with a wonderful group of young ladies. Miss Tobago 2024 is upon us. Thank you to the Cocoa Velvet International Modeling Agency, Mr. Christopher Nathan, Mrs. Ricia Ali Lindo, and your wonderful team who has brought this initiative to us. And I get the opportunity, I'm so thankful that I get the opportunity to speak to wonderful delegates. And today is no different. I am going to be speaking with Michaela McKenzie, Miss Bonaccord Tobago 2024. And Michaela is seated here in her lovely red ensemble. It's brightening up my space and my room. And I am so honored that you're here with me. How are you today?
I am fine, thank you, and good morning, Tobago.
Yes, and she took the time to say good morning to you. So let us just revel in that just a bit, because it's such a professional outlook. It's such a professional standpoint. What were some of your experiences when you decided that you were going to be a part of the Miss Tobago 2024?
Well, my experiences, at first, actually, I was not a part of the pageant right away. I actually went a fashion show, Athena Liz Sydney fashion show. And after the show, Mr. Christopher came to me and was like, Michaela, you did well out there, and I find you should come in the pageant. And I was like, okay, no problem. At first, I would have said no, because I consider myself more as a tomboy figure. And for me to see myself in a girly pageant, that would have been like not happening.
No.
Yeah, so that was a very huge thing for me, and I find it's a power move, like an evolutionary move, moving from one place to another and overcoming it. So that's a very good experience for me.
Yeah, and just being a part of the pageant, it's such a brave step. It's like coming into your own. You're learning so much. You're evolving. You're getting a chance to grow. You're getting a chance to work with such wonderful designers and mentors in the industry. And that is something that, had you not taken the chance or said, well, okay, yes, let me try, you would not have been exposed to
so true
all of these teachings. And because Christopher, I always make mention of that dynamic between himself and Rissia, because they're totally different, but the personalities balance each other.
Yes, so
much. Because I know there's that no nonsense type of way that he comes at you, but it's out of love. It's a place where he wants you guys to be the best that you can possibly be. And then Rissia is on the other end, and she is Mommy Reese, lovely Reese. And that is, it's like a yin and a yang, but you need both types of personalities. It prepares you. You're going to meet so many personalities that might be so much more even over the top, but you would have some sort of, idea of as to how you should deal with certain things, certain situations, certain people. Your platform for social issues, what would you speak on as your social issue?
For me, my social issue would be about unemployment. I would deal with the both genders. However, I would like to stay on the male factor, because most times females they could hustle, they could get a job easier than others. However, the male, they have less chances, less opportunities, as well as they would not outright come and say, well, I'm coming to look for a job, or especially if they don't have subjects, and I feel like they should be approved as well. So my social issue, my initiative would be about unemployment for males.
Okay. So you feel that the females are taking the forefront?
Yes, in a sense.
So my princes and my kings are not where they need to be, and so you want to advocate for that.
Yes,
please. And the voices to be heard. I like that, and let me tell you why. Most of the times we hear about what our sisters and aunties and everybody else is doing, but for some reason our boys and our men tend to stay in the background, or we kind of sweep them to the side just a bit, and we're not being heard. So there are persons who single fathers and persons in that capacity that don't get a chance to be heard. And so I love the fact that you're going that route. I think it would shed some light on certain issues that are too much in the background, I think.
I also think that it would help decrease the criminal activities. I'm not saying they are criminals, however, idling on the streets or being on the road as much may influence the wrong type of things.
Yes, the wrong type of energy.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that point. But you know, one of the things that I wonder, because I saw you when you walked in, and I'm saying, what would be Michaela's personal style? If you had to tell me what that was, what would it be? Do you even know if you have developed a personal style? Because you just mentioned you used to be a tomboy.
Yes, indeed. I would actually say my style is chic tomboy because even if I can be elegant or classy, I'm also on the male side, so I would dress like more of a male figure. If most people who know me knows that. But even though I can switch to both sides.
Yeah, but are you like a sneaker and jeans type of girl?
Yes, actually, but I have to wear dresses and shoes now, which I'll be continuing because I'm polishing myself.
Yes. Personal growth. How do you feel about the person you're becoming? Did you feel yourself, because I'm looking and I'm feeling you, and there is still a bit of shyness that's coming out, but there also is a bit of bravery that's coming out. So the two are tangled up, they're intertwining just a bit, and I know that the bravery is going to win overall because it's still a learning process. But how have you grown since entering this part of your journey?
I would say I have grown a lot because me personally would not have been speaking on television, much less speaking in front of anyone. So for that, it says a lot. I'm living proof that Mr. Christopher Nathan and Miss Lauren West is doing a very good job because I'm on television today and I'm proudly speaking, projecting my voice and speaking elegantly even though I'm very much shy.
Yeah, but you're shy, but there's that energy there. There's that bravery that's just itching to come out, and I know that it will, because the journey that you're on is setting you up for that.
Yes.
And so you have to just open and receive it.
Yes.
Yeah. What about getting into I want to make sure that I say the right thing, because being on the journey is one thing. Experiencing growth is another thing, because sometimes you could experience growth, but what kind of growth is it? Is it positive growth? Is it negative growth? Because you can grow in anger, you can grow in misery and sadness. What type of growth is it? And I think that's one of the things that speak to being brave enough to enter this, because this is bravery.
Yes.
Right here. This is bravery right here. And one of the things that comes along is people's perceptions of you. So you're not just Michaela anymore. You're an ambassador, whether you like it or not.
True.
Yeah. And there's certain responsibilities that would come with that. Do you even know how much of an ambassador you are? Not just to your community in Bonaccord. And good morning to Bonaccord. Yeah. Not just for Bonaccord, but for Tobago, for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And of course the world. Because this is not just happening in Tobago. It's a worldwide stage. It's a worldwide forum. Are you prepared for that?
Yes, I am indeed.
I love it. She shot me down one time. She said, yes, I am indeed. You know, body positivity and self-confidence. These are some of the things that we grapple with so much in our daily lives as women. I'm not saying men don't, but women are like on a whole other level when it comes to certain things.
Yes.
Body positivity is one of those things. How do you promote body positivity?
To me, I would encourage others, even myself, to wear the things you are not so comfortable with. So that when you wear it and you overcome that feeling, you be positive, you be confident, you be brave in your own skin as well as your fashion sense. Sometimes you may feel down if you put on an extra outfit and you go outside and you get 2 compliments, you're feeling good about yourself. So in my opinion, I would say that whatever makes you feel good or make you look good, you should try it, you should do it, and you should wear it as well with pride.
So you make the outfits and not the other way around. So it's not the outfit that's making you.
No.
You have to bring life to the outfit, whatever that may be.
That is right. Yeah.
What's a daily training session like? What is it like when you guys have to train on those given days? What's that like for you?
I'm so glad you asked that because I feel so good already talking about it. Well, my training sessions, we would do walking, obviously. We would pose. We would learn how to stand properly because at first, remember, I'm a boy type.
Right.
I would not have been able to walk in those heels so well. And as you can see, I came in gracefully thanks to Miss Lauren West.
Yeah.
And we also, they teach us how to sit, like how I'm sitting proper now.
Yes.
How to speak, how to walk. And to me, it's more than just that because we use it in our everyday lives. And I'm not sure if all the females or all the delegates or the other workshop personnel feel this way, but to me, it's a safe space. Like you could be going through a lot at home, you had a long day, and you would want to come to practice because practice, that's just the comfort and the way how you feel, how they make you feel. Yes, it's a very nice place to be. I'm so glad I'm here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here because I love the fact that you get to grow. That's so important. I cannot stress enough that young people, I love when you do things that are positive because we like to highlight the negative things and all with the fights in school and thing. We like that. But I love the fact that you guys are positive. You already know what changes you want to see in your communities, in society. And this is a powerful thing to really hear what the minds of the young have to say. And this is why I am so honored that I get a chance to meet with you guys because had I not been on the show, I would not have met you and had that chance to have a conversation. And there are unique talents and characteristics in everyone. What would you say is unique about you that nobody else in this competition has? What does Michaela about that nobody else can say? I have some of that as well.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but for myself, my genuinity, my realness, I would say things to people that they need to hear, but they may not want to hear it. So I'm outspoken as well as I know how to make people laugh. So even though they're not in a good mood and sometimes they would push away others, they can't push away me because I will come in your space and I would make sure that you feel okay before I could leave. That's just me. That's my personality.
Yeah, so you love bringing positive energy.
Yes.
And that's a wonderful thing. We have too much negativity in the world, so let's counteract that, with the positivity. But one of the things that I have to touch on really quickly before we go, fashion, how we dress, what we decide we're going to put on our bodies. Do you see that as a form of self-expression?
Yes, indeed. Because you could wear a whole black outfit and someone could decide how you're feeling or how your day is going. If you wear certain type of clothing, they would class you as something, but it's how you move or how you dress or how you portray it, you would put it across differently.
Yes.
Also, if you know a person properly, you can know if they're going through something or not by the way they dress, because they may put on sneakers and jeans normally, and then you see them put on a dress today, so they're feeling extra, they want to feel good about themselves. So that's a form of expression as well as telling how the person feels through their clothing they wear.
Yes, and this is something that I said I needed to ask this question just quickly quickly before we wrap. What would you say to the persons watching? Because you guys are already ambassadors, and there may be others who think, okay, if Michaela is doing this, I think I can at least try.
Yes.
If they didn't see you, then they may have not tried, because they don't get to see other persons. They don't get to see themselves in other persons. What would you say to some of the persons watching if you had to inspire someone today? What would you tell them?
To the young folks out there, male and female, do whatever you want to do. If you like something, push for it. It may not seem that you are getting where you want to be as fast as you want to be there. It may not seem that you're going anywhere at all. It may not seem that it may be possible, but you'll never know if you don't try, sorry. You'll never know if you don't try. Just take a step or make a move in the direction you would like, and you'll be there. Because if I can do it, you can do it as well.
I think I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, it sounds like a wonderful catchphrase to use. So, Michaela, we thank you so much for being a part of Brunch.
Thank you for having
I
me.
absolutely loved talking with you. I love you have this way that you are very outright with what you want to say, and I absolutely enjoyed that. So we wish you so much blessings, so much peace, love, and light, and of course best wishes to you in the competition.
Oh, thank
you. You just go and be your natural and wonderful, beautiful self.
Oh, thank you very much.
So once again, we thank you. So guys, Michaela Mackenzie, Miss Bonaccord, Miss Tobago 2024. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. But of course, you know, I have to mention our trivia question. That fruit that we exported in the early 19th century, what was the name of it? The answer at the end of the show. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
But this place so boring enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes?
Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
Wait, I don't even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them things?
Call a Portmore right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Portmore, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Portmore. But here now I'm going to out with you. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Portmore.
Good morning. Good morning. Put a smile.
Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Mamai Lakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now 333-4430 at Mamaila Kai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level.
And we are back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Thank you so much for returning. I promised I would stay, and I'm here, and I see that you came back to just kick it with me and just, have a nice time. And I get the chance, I'm going to say it again, I get the chance, this wonderful opportunity to speak with such wonderful young ladies. Miss Tobago 2024 is live and direct, and it is closely creeping upon us, and these young ladies are getting ready to really showcase, represent well. And so my next guest is Miss Patience Hill 2024. Deja Vincent joins us on Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Deja, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, because you came and you sat and you're waiting your turn, and I just love it. I'm loving the poise. I'm loving the confidence. I'm just loving it all. But Deja, what inspired you to start this journey to become a part of this competition?
Well, good morning, Tobago. My inspiration was it's a very funny story. I was actually by a street vendor, and this guy approached me. He looked at me, and when someone jump out to you, you're kind of suspicious now, given the times that we're living in.
Yes.
And he was like, "You ever thought of modeling?" I watched him and said, "Yes." He said, "You have the feet just great." I smiled at him. I said, "Thank you." He was like, "At doing Miss Tobago this year for you guys, I was wondering if you would have been interested in coming out and taking part in it." At first, I told him no. He was like, he didn't even think about it. I was like, given the history and what takes part when coming to these type of events, knowing that is all about who know you or who you know, and not everyone, even if you have what it takes to do it, even if you have it, you're not going to always be given a fair chance at doing it. So seeing that happen year long is like, maybe I won't fight up with it. I already changing course in what I want to do with my life. Maybe I'll just close that chapter. However, he said, think about it. He gave me the paper. I looked at it. I read it over. I said, gave me the date and everything. I said, I tell him I could come in. I could come. So I decided that I would have presented myself at his launch.
Right.
And 3 months later, I'm here.
And that is such a wonderful story, because I just made the point that you never know who's looking. You never know who's watching. And we had a bit of a yin and yang moment there, because you said that may not always be a good thing. And I counteracted you and I said, yeah, sometimes it actually is a good thing, because you never know who's watching and seeing the potential that you have. And so jumping out at you and, saying to you, okay, I'm doing this and I think you should be a part of it. That is seeing something in you that you probably stopped seeing in yourself, or probably didn't think that it was there anymore. Because, we all have challenges. We all have so many things that happen that are not really nice. And then we have to either decide if we're going to let life wrap us up or if we're going to rock with it. Yes. And this is one of those moments where you decided to rock with it. And here you are today,
smiling
Miss
at you.
Deja Vincent. But Deja, tell me about how you feel that you have grown since embarking on this particular journey. Did you sense growth in yourself as a person?
I would
How do you
say
feel?
I have.
Yeah.
This isn't my first personality show. I have actually competed in Miss Heritage Personality twice.
Right.
So the training that I would have gotten previous to now is just brushing up on what I have already encountered.
Been exposed to.
Yes.
Right.
It's all about confidence, self-awareness, knowing what is for you and what is not, what you feel good doing and what you don't. I have had a lot of doubts within myself, not from what persons were saying, because persons looking at me is like, you could do this, you could do this. I've always been saying it.
Right.
But for me, it was always like, I look in the mirror and it's like, you don't want to do this? Do you want to do this? Miss Mom, you sure?
And having that self-talk.
Yeah, I always have to. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're not going to cancel. You're not going to say you're no longer coming. You're going to do it. And having that within me, I would say, played a big part in me actually interacting with persons and knowing how to turn on and turn off.
Yeah. And self-control is so important because as you grow into confidence, you get that awareness that, okay, I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I know where I want to be. But also your delivery of certain things you might say or certain actions may not it may not sit well with everyone. It may not come across as you want it to come across.
Yes.
So you're in that space where self-control is so important. Yeah. And you know, like for instance, me, I always get in trouble for my mouth because
yes, I know the reason.
Yeah, I do. And guys, you know I keep it real. I do sometimes get in trouble for it because I believe I need to say something if something doesn't feel right. But not every time should be that time.
Yes.
So you pick your battles.
Yes, you have to. You have to pick your battles.
Yeah, you have to. Tell me about your personal style. If you had to give a name to what your personal style is, what would that be?
A name to my one personal style? I'm a person that I dress for the occasion. Though I would prefer baggy jeans or biker shorts, oversized tee with sneakers on my feet. You invite me to a cocktail and I'm showing up in a stunning dress and some stilettos. I'll give you a different deja.
Yeah, different vibe.
Definitely give you a different deja. It's gonna be like, this is the same deja that I was seeing. Like, I don't feel so good. Yeah.
So that's like a bagel chic. If I could put a label, because it's saying so much about you as a Tobagonian daughter, you know, and then you can switch it up at a moment's notice. So you can't even have a label. So it's just bagel chic.
Yes.
So
that sounds good.
You can pattern that. Give me some of the royalties when you become a mega supermodel and they ask you your style and they say, well, oh, my style is bagel chic. Yeah, I'll take some of that earning. Talents and skills. What would you be embarking on for the talent segment of the program?
If I had my way, I'd probably show up playing football for you because I'm a sports fanatic. If it's allowed.
Yes.
If not, I'm going to definitely play the steel pan. The steel pan for me stands out because it's the vibes that it gives, you know, when you're performing for someone or persons, a whole crowd, and you see their reaction as the music transcends to them. When the pan stick hits the steel pan, you know that it just gives you a rush. It's just like, wow, I am doing this. So I'll definitely choose the pan.
Yeah.
However, because, well, you know that most talents that the other delegates might choose would be dancing or singing, or if they're playing an instrument, is either the flute or the violin. So I think that me playing the steel pan is something that's going to stand out.
Yeah, it's a unique instrument. I can't even put into words how unique it is. If I tried, I would be here all day. So I'm not even going to do that. But in terms of community issues, what is one social or community issue that you would tackle if you had to have a discussion and an initiative towards it? What would you speak about?
I would definitely speak about the youths, because we know the youths are our future, but oftentimes you hear sorry for the generation that's coming up. And I no longer want to be sorry for them. We want to put things in place where we know we're in hands of persons who is going to take Tobago to another level. You know, I don't want to decide that I'm going to start a family and I'm hearing persons, oh, I'm sorry for the generation that's to come when I'm gone. I don't want to be sorry for my offspring. I don't. So I will think that starting with the youths now, ensuring that they know that they matter, finding the skills and anything that they are passionate about, giving them that key to start.
Yes.
They have it, you work on it, because I believe everyone is capable of doing something. Everyone would not fit into the field of sports. You'd fit into the field of music. You have all these, just finding what suits them and working on it. That's one of the things I would definitely embark on.
I think so. And I love the fact that you're willing to have that conversation that others are not. We love to see our young people not doing this, they're not doing that, they're only fighting, Yeah, we hear it all the time.
Same thing over and over.
So why not change that narrative and invite a different result? Just changing the narrative is going to do so much more in terms of what the result is or the outcome is.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you want to touch on that, because our young people get a bad rep too many times to mention. And so someone needs to change that or put the wheels in motion so that change can happen. What would you say to the persons watching if you had to inspire someone today, Deja? What would you tell them?
Have a dream. You believe in yourself. No one else could doubt you. You are your biggest block. If it is that you have in you what it takes to do it, do it. Don't let anyone say otherwise. It's between you and God.
I love it. And do you think that fashion is a form of self-expression? Do you see that as a form of self-expression?
Yes, I do. I do. A lot of times you would see persons, they would dress to how they feel, how they want to carry about themselves. You would, as we just said, baby chic. You would see someone and you'd be like, yes, that person, that's their way of saying, this is me and this is what I am and what I stand for.
Yes. I absolutely love you guys. For the young ladies who graced the brunch set, I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm. You sit well. You speak well. You represent well. You guys know what you want. And when I was your age, I didn't know what I wanted. And I'm being real about that. The 20s came and just whooshed on by. And then we're looking to ourselves and, okay, what am I doing? Why am I in this position? So this is like a platform that there's so many positives that come out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, and some of the persons that you got to work with.
Yes.
Tell me just a bit about, I know you're going to say Christopher Nathan, and I know you're going to say Miss Rissia Lindo, but how was it working with them on a daily training? What was a daily training day event like?
Well, I noticed that a lot of the delegates would have known who Christopher Nathan is.
Yeah.
As I said before, the guy that approached me was indeed Christopher Nathan, and I had no idea who he was. So coming in and getting to see all his accolades, it was like, wow, this guy, he knows what he's about. He sees something and he knows exactly what he wants to accomplish.
He has an eye for talent.
If he's working on it, it's like, okay, give me a second. This is what I want, but I just don't know how to play it off as yet. You all work with me. He's driven. He's very passionate about what he does. Miss Ricia. So the few times that I've actually met her, she's soft. And she always she gives you the smile. Yes, she's so delicate when talking to you. It's like having persons like them in your background is it pushes you.
Yes, it
makes you want to do more.
Yes, it does. And I am very thankful. Once again, thank you to the Cocoa Velvet International Modeling Agency, Making Style Tobago. Christopher Nathan, I have to call your name so many times because of this wonderful initiative that you have brought to us. And the beautiful young ladies that you took the time to work with. We are so happy and so pleased. Yeah. So once again, thank you so much, Deja, for being a part of Brunch today. Miss Deja Vincent, Miss Patience Hill Tobago 2024. And we wish you so much blessings, peace, love, light, success, and best wishes to you in the competition.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. She's so cheeky. I just love it. We're going to be back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. But of course, guys, we are nearing the end of this episode, and of course we have one more wonderful young lady that we need to speak with. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to be right back with more Brunch. But of course, our trivia question: which local fruit was exported in the early 19th century? What is the name of that fruit? The answer at the end of the show. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago.
Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you. Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Wonderful Friday on the island of Tobago, and I get the chance to speak with these beautiful ladies of Miss Tobago 2024. And of course, my next guest is no different. I welcome to the set Miss Dion Mackenzie, Miss Scarborough 2024. Dion, good morning to you. And you know, one of the things that I love about you, I love your poise. You're poised, you walk in, you sit down, and you await whatever is to come. And I absolutely love that.
Thank you.
What inspired you to be a part of Miss Tobago 2024?
I like challenges.
Yeah.
So I enjoy the challenge, one. And two, it's something to, at first getting into it, it was like, all right, let me just get into it. But now I realize that it teaches so much, so etiquette. Like to poise yourself and everything, so it's like okay.
Yeah.
Now you realize you walk a little different from first training to now. It's like okay, walk a little different, talk different, and I learn a lot.
But do you think that you have grown since joining the
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you shy before?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't shy, but I definitely grown, because even though I wasn't shy, it's like you have to know how to be, because it could be very pompous, and it's like okay, know when to
pick your battles,
exactly.
know when to tone it down, and your personal experiences since joining the pageant. Now I know that you guys would have worked with Christopher Nathan, Miss Ricio, Ali Lindo, former Miss World Giselle Ron West. And the type of people that you meet, I mean, you definitely have to learn something. Something stood out somewhere along the journey. But what was a day like for you? Like a training day? What was that like for you?
Training, most times I'm not on time. But most times I'm not on time. But when I'm there, training is usually you practice, you walk. We practice our speech or introduction, and we go over to make sure we get to perfection. So training is decent. It's good for me.
What is your personal style? If you had to earmark that, what would you say that is?
Sexy casual.
Sexy casual.
Yeah, but at the same time modest, because I would dress nicely. I like to show off my shape and my silhouette, and at the same time a little decent. I don't like to be like
too much. Yeah, I get that. And I think that's a wonderful thing when you know how to balance, because I believe that fashion is such a powerful form.
Yeah, as a way of expression.
Yeah, it's so powerful. What you see, what you feel, and why am I putting this on my body?
Exactly.
How do I want to feel when I step out the door?
Powerful today, you put on a nice powerful suit.
Yeah, and you power it up or you tone it
Definitely
down.
fashion have a say in how you feel.
I think so. What social issue gives you passion to speak on? What would you speak on as a social community issue?
The crime. The crime is definitely something, because every day these days on the media you scroll and you see a next killing, a next war, a next gang related this.
Right.
And as something that it's like, okay, oh, we're getting too far. No. For the year it just started and it's like so much already, and it's like it's something that I'm passionate about and kind of changed it, because for our island being the fact that it's a tourist-filled island, we don't want that affecting
stigma.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one of the things that I really am an advocate for, because I believe that we need to really represent ourselves well. I don't think that some of us have been doing that.
For sure.
Yeah, and it's not just our little corner here or our little pocket here in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a world thing.
Exactly.
Everyone's watching. You can't stop it.
And then it have the few inside. It have the few that would try to advocate for the good, but if the bad override it,
overpowers it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that is what there's this saying, one bad apple spoils a bunch. And it's so true, because the bad thing or the negative thing, that's what people remember.
For sure.
That's what they place the emphasis on. Forget about the good things. Forget about the
people that try,
the people
the people
try. Forget about the young people who are doing great things in the world.
But one bad
thing, that fight in that school on the corner there, yeah,
spoils the bunch.
That's what we highlight. And I think speaking to crime is a wonderful way to go, because as a young person, you want to believe that you have the power to innovate. You have the power to educate someone, liberate someone even, because usually what we think is basically what we go do. And we have to choose what we put in. Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you feel is one of the challenges that you overcame?
Throughout the course of this training?
Throughout the training, yeah.
A challenge that I think that I overcame. I don't think I had much of a challenge, and the challenge that I had, I probably still have.
Which would be what?
Time.
Getting there on time.
Time.
Okay, so time management.
Time management. But I'm working on it.
So we're working on that.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we're working on that, because these are things that you can correct. These are not things that are meant to disable you or cripple you in any way. And you get the chance to see within yourself that this is an issue that you need to overcome.
For sure. That is right. And so I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And next thing I would say is just, okay, this right here. Being nervous about this at first. Like, before I would think, no. But I felt pretty confident coming here today.
Yeah.
I felt like at first, while holding on, I was like, don't feel too nerve-wracking. So I feel comfortable now. And you're making it comfortable. Thank you.
And I'm glad, because that's what I'm here for. I love the fact that you young ladies are even brave enough to come.
Yeah.
That is one thing out the basket that we don't have to worry about, because you making the decision to be here, that's growth right there. That's personal growth right there, because you would not have seen yourself even doing this a couple of years ago, even a couple of months ago. And so now, this is growth.
This is growth.
Yeah, because the fear is still there, but what do you channel
Pushing
it?
through.
Yeah, how do you channel it? And that's one of the skills that you learn, because pageantry, fashion, is something that you're going to be seen,
and you
whether
need that
you like
confidence.
it or not.
You need that.
Yeah, you're going to be seen. Whether you're creative, whether you're a model, you're going to be seen, whether you like it or not. So, now you have the forum to work on it.
For sure.
Do just that and work on it.
I would.
What do you want to say to people watching if you had to inspire someone who may be just a bit afraid or hesitant to go after something that they want? What would you say to them?
Just do it.
Another thing that I should put on my t-shirt. Just do it.
Because what is there to lose? You have much to gain, but what is there to lose?
Yes, just do it. And you know what? You said just do it, and then I had to ask you this. We talk about body positivity all the time. It's like a buzz. You hear it every day, all day, every day. How do you, in your own way, promote that? How do you promote body positivity?
By loving my body at first, like by loving it for sure. Watching me, getting up in the morning now, looking at me and reinforce, like, what's the word?
Reinforcing, giving yourself that type of
motivation
affirmation.
And affirmations. Yes. So I give myself that. I love my body first, and then in loving your body, you make sure you train, say exercise, eat well. Can't say love your body and then
you're not doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So to promote body positivity, I must say first it have to start with you loving yourself, loving your body. And then once you have a love for it, you would treat it in the sense of, okay, I love myself, I love my body, so I would treat it to suit.
Yeah, and treat it as a temple. You treat it as it should be treated, because oh my gosh, we do some things to our bodies. Hello. And it starts with choosing. Again, what you let in, what you don't let in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And body is everything. You talk about your mind as well, so it's what you let into your mind, into your thoughts, the people around you, your social, like your circle. So everything ties in with body and body positivity. If you're looking to be positive about your body, you wouldn't be around people that don't, like, they're always making a sneer.
Yeah, don't share your belief or your view. Have you been involved in pageantry before this, or is this your absolute first time?
Absolute first.
Woo! That's a big leap.
Yes.
That is a big leap. What was that like for you, deciding? Because here's the thing, we talk about what inspires us, we talk about what that training day is like, we talk about challenges, but what is it like when you decide? Because ultimately that decision lies with you. Everybody could come and say, I think you'll do good.
Exactly,
I think you'll
but
be
the decision
great.
lies.
But the decision lies with you. What does that feel like when you finally decide, okay, yeah?
As I said, I enjoy challenges, and yes, the choice wasn't forced onto me, and I took it up with knowing that yes, this is something that even if it might not be my calling, it's something that I'm glad to do because of the experience and the things that I would learn. It might not be, and yes, it is something I want to do, but even if it wasn't, the experience and the training and everything that I learned, it could help me in a next aspect.
Yeah.
And something else.
And you know what you're saying there is that we are so connected. It's not even funny. It's like everything is intertwined. And understanding yourself, loving yourself. I know I sound like a cliche, but so many of us don't.
Exactly. So many of us just go out there and just do it, but not with the passion, or not having anything that you actually enjoy and love for yourself.
Yeah, loving yourself. I love the fact that you said that, loving yourself, because it's so important. It channels everything. It fuels everything. What is in your mind what am I doing with myself? Am I where I need to be? You know, these questions that we constantly ask ourselves, you know, it's a choice. It boils down to a choice.
Exactly.
Deciding. And once you do that, you begin to see a little clearer. It's not all picture perfect, but at least it's clearer. And you have a focus, at least. Yeah? Because I think you guys are so brave. I don't know. Sitting here talking with you is one thing, but being on the stage, come pageant night, you know, being in that space,
exactly,
all those cameras, you know, it's a leap.
It is.
Yeah, because I know some of you guys were involved in pageantry in some way, shape, or form before this, but like you, this is your absolute first time.
Yeah.
So that is so brave of you. I want to commend you. I feel so proud. I feel like your aunt, and I'm just bringing you an ear to boast, you know, that, hey, my niece is going to be on stage. My niece is going to be doing this and that. And it's a wonderful place to be. Like I said, I love the fact that you're positive. Your positivity is amazing. And I want you to keep that as you move forward. So let me say blessings to you. Peace, love, and light. Because I this is what I wish. This is what I'm declaring. Because I want to send you forth with positivity. Yeah?
Yes.
And also success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Yes.
So best wishes to you. Yeah? And you know, one of the things that I have to really touch on, I know that I'm out of time, but the Making Style Tobago initiative would have been a brainchild of, there's so many entities that would have been involved in this initiative. Cocoa Velvet International, we say a hearty hello to you. Of course, the Tobago House of Assembly, we say a hearty hello to you. We are also the Ministry of Sports and Culture Funding, we say a hearty good morning to you. All the players, all the networking, everyone and anyone who was involved, we say a hearty good morning, a hearty thank you, and the best wishes to everyone. Also, please be mindful that Miss Tobago 2024 is upon us. Sunday, 4th February 2024, Shaw Park Cultural Complex, Scarborough, Tobago. And tickets are available at Comfort Inn and Suites, Front Desk, and Shaw Park Cultural Complex box office. So you have Platinum VIP 300, VIP 100, and of course general seating $30. And we would have kept it at that price because we want each and every one to be a part of this wonderful groundbreaking event. You cannot miss it. I have the privilege of meeting with so many of the delegates. I hope I get to meet everyone. It has been an absolute honor being involved in this initiative so far. So I want to thank Dion once again for being a part. Dion McKenzie, Miss
and thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of Brunch. And we are going to take it away. We're going to leave you going into the weekend with positivity, love, and light. That is it for Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. We thank you so much for staying with us, for being a part of what we do here. Remember, I'm just a small part of the team that makes it happen at Tobago Updates Television. And from our family to yours, we wish you peace, love, and light. The trivia question, let me just mention it one more time. That tropical fruit that was exported in the early 19th century and was a major agricultural export in Tobago, the answer is the Trinitario cocoa. Yes, I wanted to make sure I said it correctly. The Trinitario cocoa. And there you go. There you have it. You learned something as usual. We hope that we brought some love and light to your life. And join us next time for Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Bye, guys.